Well, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome into another edition of the Cavalier Connection podcast. As we are going live post game, I'm your host Jack Lowe, joined as always by my dad, Jeff Lowe, and Jay Ballard. How we feeling after that one? Just how we doing tonight, Dad?
Another cardiac moment. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Jay,
Jack, you sound depressed. I mean, I don't know if you know this, but we just won the football game. I don't
I'm
know.
very happy. I am very happy. Trust me. I think I'm the most positive one out of the three of us here, but that's another story for another day. The Virginia Cavaliers find a way. Officially, 31-21 is your final score. Riding off of, we'll get to that in a moment, but really quick, I want to remind you, this episode is brought to you tonight by A Squared Pizza, where position meets the perfect buy. Whether you're craving a classic pepperoni or one of their creative specialty pizzas, A Squared delivers flavor that's always fresh, bold, and made with care. It's the perfect spot to grab a bite before the game or celebrate a big W with friends. So stop by A Squared Pizza, where every slice is made with heart and every visit feels like home. And tell them the Cavalier Connection sent you. With that being said, I was going to mention a play, but instead of mentioning a play, I'll bring up our Mintzer's moment of the week because that's what the play is. Mintzer's moment of the week. Going to this player who's already won it twice this year. This is his third Mintzer's moment of the week of the year. Had a somewhat relevant play in the game coming up late in the fourth quarter in a big spot, going by the name of Cam Robinson.
Overall downs. So Cal, no timeouts. A low snap starts the drive. Ball over the middle, and the game is over. Virginia with a takeaway. Not satisfied just to get the pick, but instead to get the pick six. And Cam Robinson takes it to the end zone.
Holy cow.
Cam Robinson makes the
Let
game.
me tell you something.
The Cavaliers.
I would love to know what he said to that cheerleader.
I was going to say, so I didn't see it live. I only just now saw it. We were watching back the replay. I was like, oh, God. He was talking crap to the cheerleader. It's the same way.
Jack, he won't talk crap to the cheerleaders. I promise you.
Back at Louisville. Back at Louisville, when he had to pick six, he acted like he was going to give the kid a ball, then took it away from him. So I thought it was quite funny. Yeah. But there you have it, Cam Robinson, Mintzer's moment of the week.
Are they staying in California tonight, or are they going to head on back home?
I don't know.
He was making dinner plans.
Goodness gracious. But big play, game-changing play, game-winning play after the Hoos failed to convert on 4th and 2 or 4th and 3, 4th and 1, whatever it was. So there you have it, Mintzer's moment. Let's dive into this game. I want to start with the first half. I mean, early, the offense looked good, I'd say. I thought Coach Des Kitchens called a great first half, maybe great first quarter at that. Chandler Morris was slinging the ball. You would never know he was injured. Terrell Harris got on the board early and often. Jamari Taylor had a couple really nice runs. What are y'all's thoughts? First half, was there really any concerns? I know there was a couple defensive plays, but what are y'all's thoughts to begin, Jay?
Man, I thought the first half we actually, looked pretty good, but I thought we played down to the competition a little bit. I don't think Cal's a very good football team. So let me start by saying that. I think we should have put that game, we jumped out 10-0. They got kids on scholarship too. They score touchdowns 10-7. And then we score immediately 17-7. And then I feel like we just felt like, all right, we're going to win this one. We took our foot off the gas a little bit. And then I'm sitting there, and it took me a while because, again, shout out to the New Kent Tides picking up their first win of the fall season today in walk-off fashion. 7-6. Big day for the fall New Kent Tides. But anyway, it took me a while to catch up to the live action. But I just felt like the whole game I'm watching, and I'm like, when are we going to blow them out? When are we going to blow them out? And then they hit, you want to talk first half. I was going to say they hit that play in the second half. It was kind of fluky, double pass that we bid on. I mean, in the first half, the offense looked good. Defense looked good. I thought we dominated. I thought it was disappointing to only be up 10.
I agree. I thought Chandler Morris, I thought he looked really good in the first half. He was accurate, which he hasn't been doing. Jamari busts out, with a couple good runs. And the defense played really well, opposite of how it's been being defensively, because typically we've been giving it up in the first half, and then the second half is when we've done the lockdown. And I thought the defense, for the most part, played well tonight as a whole. And we can get to the second half here whenever Jack's ready.
Well, go ahead. Let's talk about the second half. Go for it.
Well, no, I was going to say in the second half, we did what we do every week. We got away with one with the deep pass wide open, a hair overthrow, but should have caught the ball. We talked about it this past week in our Cal preview about we like to give one of those up. Cal said they like to give one up too, but I didn't see them give one up today. But they should have got that one.
The team don't take the shot. We didn't take enough.
Yep. And I don't know, Jay, if you saw game day this morning, but Reese Davis said, I think it was Reese Davis said, Virginia's begging teams to beat them. They're begging to lose a game, and nobody's willing to take them up on it. And but I feel like we're much better than Cal, but we do what we do. I mean, like we said in the Cal podcast, I'm never going to apologize. We're 8-1. And we found a way to win again. And this is one we were super nervous about, traveling to the West Coast to play Cal. I mean, it's not an easy trip. And Cal, what was Cal? 5-2. I mean, Cal's.
5-3.
I think we're much better than Cal. What's that?
I think they're 5-4 now. I think they were 5-3 coming in, but whatever,
Either way, these once again are games Virginia lost a year ago. So anyway, and then that Cam pick
lost every season since 2019. Not just last year.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm glad you bring that up. The last 2 anytime under Coach Elliott, we would not win these games. The only time I can think of was when we beat North Carolina at North Carolina in his first year. That's the only game I can think. And then the Boston College game last year, which is nothing to be proud of. Elliott and his staff did not win these games 2 years ago, did not win them last year. And there was numerous times and we won, a combined 11 games throughout this last 2 seasons. And last 3 seasons, there were numerous losses where it'd be a 1-score game in the fourth quarter. We'd have the lead in the fourth quarter. It's tied in the fourth quarter, and Virginia can't pull it out. And I want people to remember that because sure enough, here we are. Virginia is winning those games, and that's really important. I don't care how down you are on the team, how negative, how scared you are that they're going to lose. The fact that Elliott and his staff are pulling these wins out has shown change and shown that they have gotten better. The coaching has adjusted, and they're finding ways to win. Now, should there still be concern? Probably, but did they find a way to win? Yes. So am I going to apologize for it? No. Virginia is 8-1. I said this on our recap episode last week, but I'm going to change it because now we're 8-1. Virginia is 8-1. Let's enjoy it. I understand the cause for concern, but Virginia's 8-1. We haven't had this. I've never had it in my lifetime. I've never even gotten close to 8-1. So
Jack, 8-1. That's a 1990. Jay and I were young kids there, and I just can't. I love when I see old ball coach pop up in our comments section because that was the coach the last time we were 8-1.
That's right.
And
Herman Moore was catching deep passes from Sean Moore, the Moore-to-Moore connection. Heisman Trophy candidates.
Terry Kirby running the football, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, lots of talent on that team.
And we got ranked number 1 for a little bit of time.
Couple weeks there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, ball coach remembers too. The old ball coach remembers.
Yeah, men of a certain age. That's what we'll call it.
No doubt. Oh gosh.
So I'm gonna be honest though. All right, so I texted Jeff this and you, Jack. I'm not a fan of the running from the pistol. I just don't. I don't like the slow. It's slower developing when they get in that pistol, and it just takes too long to develop. I
think it's fine. I don't think it's fine the way Virginia's doing it. I think the pistol works much better with a different. I see what you're saying because I noticed the same thing, especially when Whaley was getting the ball. I don't know what it was, but the offensive line seemed to be getting off slow. Whaley stood there for a second.
They're getting hit 3 yards in the backfield.
But not to mention also the way Virginia lines up in it, I don't know if this is normal. It doesn't look normal to me. I feel like they line up way deeper. They almost line up like it's a shotgun pass or a shotgun play, but then there's a running back in the backfield. Whereas
Yeah.
if you're going to do that, you might as well just have the running back next to the quarterback in shotgun. Which
Right. I would have liked to have seen on that last
4th and 2.
4th and 2. Honestly, it's worked so well. I would have gone to the direct snap and tried to pick it up that way. I think you may not have gotten it either way. But I almost feel like they're looking for the pass on 4th and 2 because they know you don't have to worry. You're not worried about the clock. You're not worried. You're just trying to get 2 yards. And in today's game, most people aren't going to run it on that down and distance. They just don't. And I would have liked to have seen the direct snap. We did run it today once outside of the end zone, but there was a few calls that I just feel like we didn't go for the jugular offensively. When we had them, they were begging to roll over and get beat. And you saw once we knew and we forced them into passing, our defensive line was getting after. Jeff, can we get a soundbite of the Tell the Whole Damn World podcast saying his name? And I just hit enter.
Yeah. We just say QB1, Cal, QB1.
He said it so smoothly.
He did.
Or whatever.
Yeah, right.
I can't say it. But, when we knew they were passing, we did a good job of getting after the quarterback today. I don't know how many sacks we finished with. I don't think it was a ton, but we were around him, making him uncomfortable consistently. And I just wish that the offense would have gone for the jugular. I don't think we did. I think we left quite a few points on the field. I didn't even mind the fake field goal, to be honest. I didn't mind the fake field goal. The execution was poor when the guy who was blocking ran right past the one guy who could make the tackle. He just ran right past the one guy who could make the tackle. On the replay, did you see this?
Yeah.
Running in front of Sparks.
I didn't think
the guy's right there.
I didn't think we
almost still got it.
I didn't think we went for the jugular either. I thought we were comfortable up 10 and then we were, some of that little bit of running, in between the tackles. And I don't know. I just thought the offense was really clicking. And also, when we were running that old ball coach has a good one. But when running a little bit of tempo, hurry up, we're just boom, boom, boom down the field, and then you get the lead and you get comfortable.
Yeah,
and then you slow down and this and that, and even when we were up by right there by 3 with the ball, and I'm like, I know I want to run the clock out, but at the same time, I'm thinking about we got to score.
We have to score a touchdown
and a touchdown. That's what I told Jack.
It.
That's exactly what I told Jack. And real quick for our listeners, NC State is ahead 7-0 on Georgia Tech early in the game. Let's go Wolfpack. But yeah, ball coach says, the old ball coach, not with a punter who punted 10 yards. My God.
Oh, my God. 14-yard punt at the worst possible time.
Yeah.
What is going on there?
And he wasn't blocked.
This is what I was going to say, Jack, earlier. I said I was going to say when we were talking about the first half, and I stopped myself because you said, well, you want to talk about first half. Special teams are an F today. I know Cam Ross had a nice couple of little returns, got us deep that we did nothing with. That's when we're talking about we didn't go for the jugular. But, you can't – the field goal kicking from Bettridge when he lines up from 48, it's like if you're going to just miss. You kick the ball like you always kick it. Like, that looked like a kid kicking. Like, I would go out there and kick the ball, like, straight. The ball's going all kinds of crazy, swirled, spot. Like, it's like a total mishit because he can't get it there from 48, or he has to get it there with a max effort from 48,
I appreciate you. Old ball coach threw my hat.
And then the 14-yard punt is like, this guy's all ACC.
And that's coming off of a turnover. Like, we got the ball back. You think now we can go put the game away.
Yeah.
We end up in that situation. And then, like, Jack, we're like, Was the ball blocked?
Right.
No, it wasn't blocked. Good.
I
God.
don't believe I mean, good Lord. I don't know if I've ever had a punt come off my foot that bad. And I'm no professional.
Yeah. Yeah. Your kick would look like that, but it'd be off. It'd be about 20 yards short. But True Pilgrim, thank you for tuning in. Those close ones, man, they're taking years off our lives for sure.
Yeah.
We're not a blowing out teams type of team, I guess.
The football close wins are finally starting to catch up with the amount of close basketball wins we've had in my lifetime. So, because that's what we're normally known the Cardiac Cavs for, is the basketball team. But now football's starting to catch up with it. So, but you mentioned, Jay, how many sacks? We had 3 sacks on the day, but we had more pressures. It wasn't the defensive line was getting through. And I want to mention this name because I thought he had an outstanding game. Was Jacob Holmes. Jacob Holmes was outstanding. He had a sack in a very clutch moment, had a couple tackles for losses. Holmes was very clutch. So I just wanted to make sure his name got shouted out. In a defensive line that is so deep with the amount of names we have in the interior defensive line and on the edges, Holmes got it done today. The best defensive lineman today, in my opinion. You still had Jameer Carter doing stuff off the stat sheet. You still had Anthony Britton getting in there, Hunter Osborne. But Holmes had
Mitchell
a really
Melton
good day.
had his fingertips on Sagapua. I
Yes.
need to see it. I need to see the name. Can somebody type it on the screen for me?
Sagapolatella? Is that it?
What is it?
Sagapolatella?
Sagapolatella.
Something like that. I don't know.
Sagapolatella. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
you
he
gotta-
touched him. If it was 2-hand touch, he's coming up screaming, "I got you! I got you! I got you!"
Yeah.
And Sagapulatelli's saying, "No, you didn't. That was one hand. That was one hand." but he got his hands on him repeatedly, and he just couldn't get one. He couldn't get him down. He couldn't get him down. But a lot of pressure, and 8-1. We're happy to be 8-1, and I think old ball coach said he's a first round quarterback in the future. He certainly could be. He's had a very impressive year. I think he's obviously, when we talk to the Cal podcast, they're hoping that he's like the savior, I think. But does a guy like that stick around a program like Cal?
I was thinking the same.
I mean, I don't know. I
might
would
be
think
Virginia.
no.
He could be Virginia's quarterback next year.
Hey,
We
if he
just
wants to go
gotta-
play for a program in the national championship hunt,
I mean,
um,
we just got another set of $1 million to spend, and so he might be IQB.
yeah. What I
ball
don't like
coach.
about him though is he refuses to run and has a lot of green in front of him a lot of times.
Yeah.
He had opportunities today for sure.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you love a good pocket passer, but I like a guy who's mobile. Chandler, I love Chandler. He still left some throws out there today. Like, yeah, I know it's nothing. It's a first down play, but it was, fourth quarter. We're trying to run clock. I think it was Cam Ross runs about a 5-yard out, and we miss him wide open. We just miss him. And so, those things, you just got to hit those gimmies. And we didn't do that, but they did enough. They did enough. Virginia Tech went down today to Louisville, 28-16. Duke defeated Clemson in a super good game. Wild 2-point conversion with
Crazy.
not long left, 46-45 by a guy last name Higgins. Made me wonder, is he related in any way? I don't know, but and then Wake Forest. I think were they on bye this week?
Wake Forest plays tonight. They play they play FSU
Okay, so they play where, Jack?
at FSU.
Florida State.
Okay, let's go Florida State. Let's get that win, Florida State. Let's go ahead and knock Wake Forest off their little run they're running. If they come in on a loss, I feel like they'll come in not quite as high. Wake Forest is not coming to Charlottesville to lose a football game. I promise you that. And so we say this every week, but you better be on your P's and Q's. The crowd needs to show up big for this team. At this point, the time for talking about maybe we could play for an ACC championship. Maybe we could be in the CFP. That's all said. That's done. Like, we're there. We're like, win this game, you're in. All right, win that next game.
73 73% chance now of playing an ACC title game off of just winning today.
Right.
And Georgia Tech has tied the game with NC State quickly. Now
That's going to be a lot of
7-7.
points in that game. The question is, can NC State keep up? I mean, they got weapons. Obviously, they beat us, but their defense is so shaky. I feel like Georgia Tech will grind them out.
I would
But
expect so.
excited to be 8-1. We just got to keep it going. We'll go 1-0 next week.
Yeah, really. Something I was looking for in this game was getting the run game back going. And while it was never perfect, there's certainly some times where it's like a head scratcher. Virginia ran for 194 yards today, which is so much better than they've been running for. And Jamari Taylor had 105 off of 21 carries, 2 touchdowns. Whaley had 39 yards on 14 carries. And Morris ran for 38 yards. And the other touchdown went to Eli Wood. It was technically considered a run on the little bubble screen that he took because it was a backwards pass. So the run game was better. I want to say
one thing, Jack, before we move on to Old Ball Coach's comment. The Gator Bowl, as long as we don't run into Jeff George, I'm pretty sure Jeff George, I think it was Jeff George in Illinois, tore us apart in that Gator Bowl. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going off memory and I'm getting old, but
I don't know. I would never
does the
know.
I'm gonna ask a dumb question. Does the Gator Bowl still exist?
Yeah,
I think it's like the Toyota stuff.
Best college football. It's the best non-playoff bowl, I think.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
Let's be honest.
There's
Tech
Chris.
would destroy us. Chris, good to
no
hear from
way,
you,
Chris. Come on, man.
Listen, while he could have a point, how good really is Georgia Tech?
Yeah, Wake Forest beat them. I don't care what anybody says. Wake Forest beat them. The officials gave them the game. I mean, Wake Forest gets the call that was obvious, offsides. It was obvious. They didn't get it. They're taking knees. That game's over. I think first of all, I think we played the competition. I think if we play Georgia Tech, we're going to play them super tough. We might win, we might lose, but they're not blowing us out, I don't believe.
I agree.
If anybody's going to blow us out, it's going to be them bastards up in Blacksburg because we're going to fold like, dry laundry. But I don't think this team is afraid of Tech like maybe some of our other teams have been afraid of Tech because they don't know.
Do you believe Virginia Tech will beat us this year looking ahead right now? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Dad, you're not allowed to say no because you've been telling me every single day Virginia Tech's going to whip our tail this year. So he's not a believer this year. But I still believe they can do it. I think Virginia could win 100%. This game that scares me most is that Duke game. And we still got to do our business against Wake Forest. I think that Duke game could be very interesting, though.
I'm going to tell you the one that scares me is the next one. All of them scare me.
All of them scare me. Yeah, you're right. You're right. All of them do. But Duke looks good. I mean, Clemson.
I hope so I want to say this. Like, I hope, obviously, dear God, please beat Virginia Tech. But it's to the point, and Jay, you like to say this comment. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, say I don't even know how the thing goes, but I can't be fooled anymore. They're going to have to prove it to me.
Yeah. So if you remember I think it was the first prediction episode that we had 2 years ago. Y'all both picked Virginia to beat Virginia Tech in Charlottesville.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't do it. I think Virginia Tech. We were coming off a win, I think, against Duke maybe. Had looked really good.
Yep.
And then I said, nah, I can't do it. Hokies going to win. And then they kicked our ham parts that day by like 52 to whatever.
Bad.
But you're talking about two very different teams.
Of course.
I agree.
I'm just saying to your dad's point, we got to see it. You got to see it a little bit. I mean, it's going to feel different when that game kicks off. It's going to feel totally different. God forbid Virginia Tech scores. I don't even care what I mean, I do care, but when I say this, I don't care what happens between now and then. We could lose the next two before we play Virginia Tech, go 1-1, win both, whatever. When that game kicks off, it will feel as if the game is different. It's going to feel different. And God forbid they score the first touchdown. God forbid they go up 10-0. Or something of that nature. I mean, they were up on Louisville today at halftime, 16-7. Louisville scores 21 unanswered in the second half to win 28-16. But do we have the resiliency? Our team would get booed going into the locker room at 10-1 if they go down in the locker room down 9 against Virginia Tech. I'm not saying I would be one of the people booing. I'm just saying that would. I feel confident that would happen.
I agree. I agree.
But let's just say, maybe
ball coach is in the same boat as us. He's just seen it too many times.
But I think that we've got a great shot. We have a great opportunity because we've been gifted a fantastic schedule. We've been gifted so much talent from the guys that have been brought in. We got to shore up the right side. Whitmer is a big concern for me. I don't know that Whitmer is going to hold up too much longer.
He had 2 very bad penalties in that late in the game.
And should we make the CFP? Because ACC championship is not going to be anybody different because it's not going to be Miami. It maybe just looking like Georgia Tech most likely. Can he hold up? And bigger than that, if we do make the CFP, and you're playing a big boy, like a true big boy, can he hold up? I don't know.
Yeah. And talking about Chris's comment again that he said earlier, again, Georgia Tech is a very good football team. I do think they are. However, I don't think they're what people are saying they are. Again, they pretty much should have lost to Wake Forest. I have to look at their schedule. I don't know exactly how much they've been tested, but it's just, I hate to say this, I really do, but you just got to understand the fact that the ACC is not a competitive conference, as competitive at least when it comes to the Big Ten and the SEC. And Virginia can compete with any school in the ACC, I think. But when they go, if so happens they go to play in the playoffs and they get to play a Big Ten SEC school, a big Big Ten school, or a big SEC school, I think that's a very different story, unfortunately.
Well, if we open with Bama, Florida State beat Bama, we beat Florida State. That means we can beat them, right?
We'll be favored.
That's the way that works, right?
Yeah, well, if that's the way that works, then ODU should be able to beat Bama with the snap of a finger. So,
yeah. I mean, look, I don't even care if you make the ACC championship game, if you make the CFP and you get destroyed, it is what it is. It's still
a successful season.
We're on the brink of firing Coach Elliott and blowing the whole thing up and starting over from scratch to this. So anything could happen. We could go 8-4, and a lot of people would be disappointed, including myself. However, 8-4 before the year, people would.
That was my prediction. That's what I had us at, was 8-4.
Yeah, I mean, I had us at 9-3.
I had 9-3,
and I undersold us. I should have said something better.
Lo Davis told us. Lo Davis told us that there is talent to play in Charlotte. Lo Davis told us. He was right. Old ball coach says he loves the NIL.
Oh, yep. Yeah.
If George was here today, he would say the same thing.
NIL.
Oh, wow.
All right, so here's a couple things. One, when ESPN put out the college football video game this year, they had UVA ranked as the second, third highest program, something like that. They know something. They're like Vegas. They knew something when they made that game.
No, they did not. No, they were actually the 12th best ACC team in the game.
No.
Yeah, I play the game every day, Jay.
When it's like on Dynasty or whatever, when you were looking at the program rankings, because it was an article put out on that. Like, why is Virginia rated so high? I don't know if it was second or third, but it was much higher than they were supposed to be.
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Google it. Google never lies, right? But I want to say it was maybe Jackie put out something on that back when it was coming out in like August or something. But Vegas has already lost a ton of money on Virginia. They paid Jeff a whole house payment, or was it the house note, Jeff?
It was Christmas.
Is the house paid off on that over?
I plead the fifth.
Oh goodness!
So with that, Virginia wins 31-21. Now you go play Wake Forest next week, which, of course, we'll have another episode later this week talking about that. But where we stand, Virginia is 8-1. Trying not to get kicked off YouTube. We appreciate that, old ball coach. Please don't get us kicked off YouTube. We already got kicked off Twitter. So we don't need to get kicked off YouTube as well. But Virginia finds a way to win it. So you go play at home against Wake Forest next week. I mean, God knows if Wake Forest beats Florida State, could we host game day? Probably not. But it's going to be a big game. We need the crowd to show up. We need Virginia to show up. And they left a lot of points on the scoreboard today, but overall, they found a way to win. You guys got final thoughts?
I'm happy.
Yeah, happy. I'm gonna go eat some pizza and celebrate this dub, and get ready to watch basketball tip off. Is it Monday night?
Monday night. You're right. Monday night.
And go Wolfpack. Go Wolfpack.
Can't wait.
Yeah, that's right. Virginia plays Rider. Isn't it Rider University Monday night? I think that is. I think it's Rider.
I think that's correct.
Rider. It's a no-name school. That's who it is. So.
Ooh.
Need to clip that.
Yeah.
Rider University.
Rider just got bulletin board material.
Rider University is a no-name school. The University of Virginia basketball team will not be losing Monday night. Go ahead and clip it. Clip it. I hope you clip it. Put it everywhere on the internet. That's going to wrap us up tonight. We appreciate all of you for tuning in. Go check out the CavalierConnection.com articles and everything. And check out if you're watching this on X, check out our YouTube, The Cavalier Connection. And if you're watching on YouTube, go check out our new X account at Go Who's Podcast, as the old one was suspended. And we still haven't heard a dang thing. With that being said, that's going to wrap us up tonight. Go Who's.
Go Who's.
Go Who's.